Hello and welcome to an interesting topic that we are covering today for you. And that you must have heard about it. The media is all over it. The politicians are all over it across India and across the world. So the topic is love jihad. Love jihad, and I have with me brother Jerry. Glad to have you in the show, brother. Thank you. So I know it's an inflammatory topic. So, brother, what are we going to cover today? What's this about?
We are going to, in fact, as a Sakshi Apologetics Network,
Okay.
we were one of the initial groups in Kerala.
Yes.
Who had raised this and who had actually conducted even on the backdrop of this.
Yes, I remember. The first one was done even before Modi and RSS came on the scene.
Correct,
2009.
2009.
2009. Yes.
So,
yes.
We are going to speak actually how the love jihad, what is love jihad, and what are the Islamic teachings on these things.
Excellent. So, brother, before we start, let me ask you something. A Muslim getting married to a Hindu or a Christian getting married to a Muslim or anything, what's the problem?
We are not here speaking about whether the Muslim getting married to a Hindu or a Hindu getting married. That is a personal choice. That's a constitutionally allowed that they can decide.
That's right.
So we are not speaking about those such kind of cases.
Okay.
What we are speaking about love jihad is a systematic and organized attempt from the Islamic community, a section of the group in the Islamic community, to trap Hindu or Christian girls into the love, and the guy who loves the girl may or may not marry her, and another guy can marry, or get this girl somehow trapped into the Islamic religion and use her as a bait to get a Hindu or a Christian guy to convert into Islam. So you can always show to the Hindu or a Hindu guy or the Christian guy, see, if you convert to Islam, this girl is yours.
Wow.
So in either way, this girl is used either as a victim or she is used as a bait actually to get converted girl. She's either a victim or she is used as a bait to get another guy.
That's very bad. Let's go through some evidence. What do you have in place?
We have some of the government of say Kerala and under the High Court of Kerala actually have started doing a thorough investigation into it.
Right.
But we have prima facie evidences to believe that love jihad is a reality. And when I say evidences, we have real confections from say Dawa preachers.
Such as?
Muhammad Isa.
One second. I have not heard of Muhammad Isa. Who is he?
Yeah. Muhammad Isa is a Dawa preacher in Kerala. He works under the banner of Niche of Truth.
Okay.
Niche of Truth, now you will have to see the broader picture, you will have to see the complete picture.
Okay.
Niche of Truth director is M.M. Akbar.
Okay.
M.M. Akbar is the co-worker of Dr. Zakir Naik.
The Zakir Naik?
Janab Dr. Zakir Naik in Dawa. And
IRF.
IRF.
Right.
And he is also not only the co-worker in Dawa, he is a business partner.
What do you mean business partner? Are you doing some business together?
Yes, the international, the Peace International School.
IRF, yeah.
Under the IRF. So they have a Peace International School in Kerala also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the M.M. Akbar is the managing director for the Peace International Schools in Kerala.
Wow, that's a very...
Correct. Now, coming to the point of Muhammad Isa. Muhammad Isa works under, he had spoken, preached under the banner of Niche of Truth.
Okay.
M.M. Akbar, where M.M. Akbar is the director.
Right.
And he had written articles in M.M. Akbar's magazine.
Wow.
And M.M. Akbar has written, say, a preface or a commendation kind of thing for Isa Muhammad's book, Muhammad Isa's book. So there is a close connection between M.M. Akbar and Muhammad Isa, who is again connected to, M.M. Akbar is connected to Zakir Naik. So this is a network. So this guy is saying it. Let us hear from what Muhammad Isa has to say.
Right from the horse's mouth.
Correct. This is a Malayalam clip, but I would still we will still play the clip, and I will summarize the clip for
in English.
Yeah, in English for the rest.
Okay. So yes, sir. Okay.
ഓർത്തഡോക്സ് കുടുംബങ്ങളിലും ആർത്തി കുടുംബങ്ങളിലും ബന്ധുക്കളുടെ നമ്മുടെ ധാരാളം ആൾക്കാർ എന്റെ മുസ്ലിം സഹോദരങ്ങള് ആൾക്കാർ അവിടെ അവരെ രഹസ്യമായിക്കൊണ്ട് അവർ അള്ളാഹുവിനെ ആരാധിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ജീവിക്കുന്നവരുണ്ട്. അത് ഇറക്കുന്ന സമയമാകുമ്പോൾ ഇൻഷാ അല്ലാഹ് സുഖമായിട്ട് ഇറങ്ങി വരും. സുഖമായിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ലോകം മുഴുവൻ നടപടി ചെയ്ത് അവർ സുഖമായിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ പോരും. അവർ ആ അവസ്ഥയിൽ തന്നെ മരണപ്പെട്ടു പോയത് അവർ മുസ്ലിങ്ങളായിട്ട് തന്നെ നാളെ സ്വർഗത്തിലും പോകും. പെൺകുട്ടിയുണ്ട്, ആൺകുട്ടിയുണ്ട്, പ്രായമുള്ള 2 കൊച്ചിന്റെ തന്തയുണ്ട്. ഞങ്ങൾ വ്യക്തമായി ഇവിടുത്തെ ലീഗൽ നിയമങ്ങൾ ഞങ്ങൾ വ്യക്തമായി പഠിച്ചെടുക്കുക. കേരളത്തില് ഇന്ത്യയിലെ നിയമങ്ങൾ വ്യക്തമാണ്. ഏത് ഭാഗത്തുള്ള പോയാലാണ് പ്രശ്നം, ഏത് ഭാഗത്തുള്ള വന്നാലാണ് അത് നമുക്ക് നടത്താൻ പറ്റുക. ആ ലീഗൽ നയങ്ങളെല്ലാം ഞങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തിട്ട് നിക്കാഹിലേക്ക് ഞങ്ങൾ ചേർത്തുള്ളൂ. ഒരാൾ ഇസ്ലാം സ്വീകരിക്കുന്നത് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒന്നും താല്പര്യമല്ല. ഒരാൾ നിക്കാഹി ഏൽപ്പിക്കുന്നതിനും ഞങ്ങൾ ലീഗലായി ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യങ്ങൾ വളരെ വ്യക്തമായി ചെയ്തിരിക്കും. അവരെ പിന്നെ ഈ കൊച്ചു സ്വയം ഒഴിയണമെങ്കിൽ പോലും ഹൈക്കോടതിയിൽ വന്നിട്ട് ഈ കൊച്ചു തള്ളി പറയാൻ ഒഴിയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അത് വളരെ ലീഗലായി ഞങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തിരിക്കും. കാരണം അവരാണ് പറയുന്നത് ഞാൻ ഇസ്ലാം സ്വീകരിച്ചു, എനിക്ക് ഇസ്ലാം സ്വീകരിക്കണം എന്നുള്ള അവസ്ഥയിലേക്കാണ് നമ്മൾ അവരെ സഹായിക്കണം. ഈ സഹായിക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഒരു കുഴപ്പമില്ലാത്ത രീതി സേഫ് ആയിട്ട് ലീഗൽ സേനയോ നോക്കിയിരിക്കും. ദയവായി ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്തോ. ആരെങ്കിലും ഇസ്ലാം വിട്ടു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അവരെ കൊണ്ട്
What Muhammad Isa says is this. Muhammad Isa says that they as a community have studied the legal angles, all the legal aspects, how to get a non-Muslim when she gets converted to Islam. And he says that they have done this to many women, and they have lots of women who are now prepared for this. And he says they have looked into each of the legal aspects so that whenever they are going into the marriage, the legal aspects are covered. And even if the girl, now this is the point, even if the girl wants to come out of it after that, they have ensured that she can never come back.
So it's like a one-way street?
It's like a one-way street. They have planned it in such a way. Now this is an organized attack. This
it's not like an innocent boy and girl falling in love.
It is not an innocent boy and a girl falling in love. The community has studied the legal rope. The community has made the plans. Community has prepared the people for it. This is what he is saying. And this is a dawa confession. He is actually speaking over to this is a leak of a phone call. So this is his personal call where he had actually confessed to some other guy, and it has come out.
Wow.
And he has never ever denied that this is his voice, because he cannot deny it. This is his voice. Wow. So here you see the systematic attempt. So we are not speaking about personal choices.
Yes. Okay.
Second, again, let us hear, before we go into the analysis part, let us again hear a video clip again in Malayalam, but because Kerala is the hot bed for the love jihad.
Right.
This Sindhu is the mother of Nimisha. Nimisha is one girl who got converted from Hinduism to Islam.
Right.
And she finally now she is. People say she is in Syria or
I read about her. Yeah.
So let us hear what the mother has to say. Again, I will translate it.
Okay.
ആ പയ്യൻ അവളെ ഫോളോ ചെയ്ത് കാസർഗോഡ് സ്ഥിരം ആ കോളേജിൽ ചെല്ലാറുണ്ടായിരുന്നു എന്നും ആ കുട്ടി ആ ആളിനെ വിളിച്ചു പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ അത് കൂടാണ്ട് ഇവൻ കല്യാണം കഴിക്കും എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാണെന്ന് എൻ്റെ മകളെ ഇയാൾ ആദ്യമായി മതം മാറ്റുന്നത്. അപ്പം ഞാൻ ഇത് ഇന്ന് ഇവിടെ പറയാൻ കാര്യം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, മതം മാറ്റാൻ ഒരു ആള് പ്രേരണ കൊടുക്കുന്ന തെറ്റാണെന്ന് കണ്ടിട്ട് ആ യഹിയയുടെ പേരിൽ ഒരു UAPA ചാർജ് ചെയ്തു എന്ന് കണ്ടു. അപ്പോൾ ഈ പറയുന്ന വ്യക്തി എൻ്റെ മകളെ മതം മാറാൻ പ്രേരിപ്പിക്കുമ്പോൾ എവന്റെ പേരിൽ ഒരു കേസ് വേണ്ടെന്നാണോ? അതറിയില്ല. അത് ഗവൺമെന്റ് തീരുമാനിക്കട്ടെ. രണ്ടാമത്തെ കാര്യം, ഈ പയ്യൻ മുഖാന്തരം എൻ്റെ മകൾ ഭ്രൂണഹത്യ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെന്ന് അത് അവിടെ യവൻ പോയാണ് അത് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അവിടെയും ആ പെൺകുട്ടിക്ക് നീതിയാണോ നിഷേധിക്കുന്നത്? ഇതെല്ലാം ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ മിടുക്കൻ ഇപ്പൊ MDക്ക് പഠിക്കുവാണ്. ഈ MDക്ക് പഠിക്കുന്നത് കൂടാതെ അയാളുടെ വിവാഹമാണെന്ന്.
This is what the mother says. Mother says that this young daughter loved one Muslim guy. During that time, he had had sexual relationship with her. He had taken her to abortion clinic before marriage, and finally, this is the catch. Finally, she did not get married to the guy, Muslim guy, who was supposed to be in love with her. She was used again as a bait to get a Christian guy converted to Islam, and they got both of them married. So she is doubly used. She is doubly used from this.
That is disgusting, brother.
Yeah.
That is not even animals behave like this.
Correct.
This is inhuman by any standards. Even this is. I'm running short of words, brother. But
this is an innovation of evil.
Yeah, right from the, as you say, the deepest parts of hell,
Yes.
such a concoction has come
Yeah,
forth.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead.
This as you after knowing after being an expert in Islam, after debating with the Dawa preachers, and after engaging with the Muslims, you yourself are shocked.
Yes.
Now think about a ordinary person. He will never ever believe in this.
Yeah.
Because he cannot think that a certain section of people can ever degrade themselves to such extent that they can do all these things. So here is what we have to look. While the government is investigating it, while the government is looking whether this is a fact or not, we will allow them to establish it.
Yeah, we'll wait for the reports.
We'll wait for the reports. What we are looking is right now is, can Islam do this?
Wow, that will be an interesting perspective.
That is the perspective.
That's the bottom line. What drives them?
What drives them? And can they do it? Is it permissible in Islam to do all these things? That is what we are looking.
Yes.
So we will look at certain aspects, as we have heard from Muhammad Isa and this mother, Sindhu. There are certain aspects. One is actually there is sex outside marriage, which is happening in this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then, as the mother says, it could have been a blackmail by using certain clips from that time. Then there is a forcible conversion, and finally there is a insult. As Muhammad Isa himself says, it is they have planned it in so that maximum defamation happens to Christian or the Hindu community when this happens.
Wow.
So this is what happens. So is it permissible? Is it allowed in Islam? That is what we are looking.
Right.
Interestingly, let us look at begin with a prohibition in Islam. In Surah chapter 2, verse the ayat number 221. Allah, in fact, Muhammad says on behalf of Allah, because everything is of Muhammad, we know that. And Muhammad says as if Allah spoke to him and says, and do not marry polytheistic woman until they believe. And that believing slave woman is better than a polytheist, even though she might please you. That even if they had fallen in love with an unbeliever, the Quran says at no point a Muslim can marry her.
Yes.
So this looks certainly like that it is not possible. That within Islam it is not possible to do all the love jihad.
Yes.
But the point is this, and again there is a contradiction when it comes to Christianity. That is Surah chapter 5 verse 5, where it has actually allowed Muslim men to marry a Jew and Christian woman. In fact, even Kathir in his commentary speaks about this confusion whether the Muslim can marry or not marry a Christian woman. And he says that only Allah knows the best. In other words, he is
not clear,
unable to resolve it.
Right.
That they give up and say Allah knows the best when they don't have an answer.
Yes.
So
but the clearest scriptures in Islam is not really clear on that.
As far as concerned to Christians and Jews, but when it comes to the Hindus, it's very clear, crystal clear.
Yeah.
So the point is that we all think because of such a law, if such a law marriage is not possible, then we think that the other relationships are also not possible because of our own ethics.
Yes.
But in Islam, this is the catch. In Islam, sex outside marriage is permissible, especially with a kafir woman. You know it. We have done that. Again, for the sake of our viewers, I am repeating certain things which we have done in the past. This is Sahih Muslim, one of the Sahih Hadiths for the viewers. This thing and
this is from the Hadith, the most authoritative source in Islam. The Sahih, it's not really like guesswork, so to say. None of us believing Sunni Muslims can ever deny this. What we are going to read next. Yes, please go ahead.
Sahih Muslim, book number 8, book of marriage. Even anybody can go and check this in sunnah.com. It very clearly says Muhammad. It says that once they had gone and
expedition,
they had taken captive of polytheistic women, and they have raped them. They raped them, and the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, allowed it. And these women, as we again see, these women, even for Muhammad's own son-in-law, which is in Sahih Bukhari, volume 6, book of military expeditions led by the Prophet, book number 59, hadith number 637. Ali himself, his only daughter's husband himself, went and had sex with a polytheistic woman. Somebody came and complained that Ali is doing this, and Muhammad is saying that Ali will get better than this. So he is promoting it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the point that is to be noted is these polytheistic women were married.
Wow.
They were married, and you can do sex in front of their husbands.
Yeah, I read that, yeah.
Yeah, in front of their husbands. So, just because you cannot marry a polytheistic woman, that doesn't mean that you cannot have sex with a polytheistic woman. Islam has this weird
justifications.
Justifications and very immoral teachings when it comes to the sexual relationship.
Right,
So
right.
generally when we think that okay, you cannot marry means you cannot have sex, but in Islam it is not that. You cannot marry, but you still can have polytheistic this thing. Now think about it with what the Sindhu, the mother of Nimishi, had said. The Muslim guy, when he had supposedly fallen in love with this Hindu girl, according to the mother herself, he had sex with her and he had taken her to the abortion clinic. So this is exactly what they are practicing.
Yes, yes.
In fact,
Step one.
In fact, when it comes to Pakistan, they don't even pretend that they are in love. They forcibly abduct. They forcibly take Christian and you can read in the newspapers, they forcibly take Christian and Hindu girls and then forcibly convert them and forcibly get it married. But in India, that force is not, they cannot
Possible,
do it.
yeah.
It's not possible. So what first step, instead of forcibly taking, the first step is actually they do, as we know that they do
Takia.
the lying. When they cannot use force,
Permissible line.
permissible lying. In Surah chapter 3 verse 28, you can see actually Allah has allowed lying in the certain circumstances when they are not strong.
To protect.
Yeah, to protect, supposedly to protect. According to Ibn Kathir's commentary, one of the, as you would know, one of the, we have
foremost commentators
of Islam, Taqiyya is allowed until the day of resurrection. And you can
until
read
the
it,
last days,
and
yeah,
the viewers
yeah,
can
yeah.
read it in the screen. Until the last day, until the day of the resurrection, in the sense that Taqiyya, lying in Islam is allowed at all times.
Permissible. Totally permissible.
Totally permissible. So, they use in India, because the force is not, they cannot use the force, they first use the Taqiyya. That guy pretends that he has fallen in love. Then he uses the second, that he can have sex. He uses that permissible law. Now, the third part is, as Nimisha's mother said, these certain clips, they might be making some clips,
Yeah.
and these clips will be made as a blackmail tool to forcibly convert.
Yeah, yeah.
Now the question is, does Islam allow forcible conversion?
Right.
And you know the answer? It is of course yes.
Yes.
And for the viewers' sake, I'll quote the verses from Quran and I'll quote from Hadith, references from Hadith. In Surah chapter 9 verse 29, which is
again, if I may add over here, for those who doubt what we are going to read next, or for those who are really doubting what we read till now, please go to the internet, please pick up a Quran. If you don't have one, go to Quran.com, which is not a Jewish or a Christian website, and or you can go to any of the Quranic sources available online, and you can validate what we are reading ourselves. We are reading it word for word. There are many translations, so you can go through it. There is no misrepresentation. We have not added our words. We have not put our own interpretation on what is written over here. Yeah, please.
Yeah. So for the viewers' reference, Surah chapter 9 verse 29, where Muhammad very clearly says that fight those who believe not in Allah or the last day. So he actually, and he goes on to say about the Jews and the Christians, until they pay jizya with a willing submission and feel themselves subdued.
Yes.
And
Second
we'll come to that, feel themselves subdued.
What is the meaning of that?
But forced conversion again, just to give the reference, in Sahih Muslim, book number 1, hadith number 36. Again, you can go to sunnah.com and see, it is in the book of the faith, where it is clearly says, Muhammad said that I have been commanded to fight against the people till they testify that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. and so and so and so on. So Muhammad says, until they submit, I will fight. Now that is forcible conversion.
That's right.
That's absolutely forcible conversion. Again, just to give more references, because this is shocking, that Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, himself did the forcible conversion. In other religions, it is if it happens, it is actually an abuse. It is not according to the text, but this is actually following the same model of Muhammad. In Sahih Bukhari, book number 56, hadith number 158, or volume 4 in other books, it is volume 4, book number 52, hadith number 196. Fighting for the cause of Allah, Muhammad actually repeats the same thing. I have in order to fight with the people till they say, and then he goes on to say the
Shahada. To be, the Shahada.
Shahada, this is actually a partial Shahada, the previous
second
Shahada
part,
was second part. So, the forced conversion again is allowed. So, when they take this, trap this woman, they can forcibly convert. Forcibly blackmail them and convert. And as Muhammad Isa said in the beginning, once they are crossed the stage, they have ensured that they can never ever come back. Because if they ever try to come back, then these guys know how to destroy them. Because release the clips, defame them, and in our Indian society, you know actually what will happen to such a girl. She might actually commit suicide. So she will suffer throughout her life because of this forced conversion. Now, again, these are the ingredients. Again, these people do in such a way that it actually brings defamation to the family of the...
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
So the defamation is so complete that the girl has nowhere to go now. Even if she realizes that she's been duped.
Yeah.
She has nowhere to go because the defamation is so complete.
Correct, absolutely.
Yeah.
And as we just now read, Muhammad himself said, until they feel subdued. So this is an attempt to demoralize and bring so that the Hindu and the Christian community feel that they have been actually totally insulted. They don't have the courage and those things. And Muhammad again in Sahih Muslim,
again a hadith series.
Correct.
Book number 39, hadith number 16.
He says that do not greet the Jews and the Christians before they greet you. And when you meet them, any one of them on the roads, force him to go to the narrowest part of it. In other words, let him feel insulted. Let him feel subdued. Let him know that he is nothing. So Muhammad himself taught all these things. So here you have, while it is the government's responsibility to do a thorough investigation and bring out the facts, here you have all the ingredients required for the love jihad.
The driving factors.
Taqiyya, sex outside marriage with the kafir woman, forced conversion, and insulting other communities. This is the ingredient, and with these ingredients you can make the toxic ring of love jihad.
Wow, that's really shocking. I'm sure that you also must have really felt shocked as to what you've read. Can any worldview, can any religion ever speak like this? But that's what we have over here, and it's up to the Muslims to respond as to what these verses actually mean. But the verses are actually over here, and the top commentators are agreeing with it.
And we have a small piece of advice to our Christian and Hindu brothers and sisters.
Yes.
The piece of advice is not to react emotionally, not to react like how the love jihadis react, but to educate yourself in the Islamic doctrines and the text. And we have been offering our services and our materials to anybody who is interested.
Free of cost.
And you can always contact us. And second, whenever you see actually any girl or any girl has fallen into this such trap, do not behave hostile with her, because she is already in a trap.
Yeah, she needs your support.
She needs your support. She needs a proper counseling. She needs your emotional support, and with the correct support and ensuring that some mistakes might have happened, but we are going to stand with you no matter whatever comes. Provide such kind of support, and then we can stop this nuisance of love jihad.
Wow. I really hope it happens. I really hope that people take a bit of advice. So anyway, thank you so much, brother. Such a pleasure.
Same here.
Thank you. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.